Hey everybody, it's Mom to Wife One. I haven't posted a video in a while, so I just wanted to come on here. I'm fine. As you can see, for the most part, health is okay, babies are okay, husband is okay, everything's all right. But I just wanted to come on here really quickly and just kind of touch base with you guys about what's happening in the world. Now, I don't know the political affiliations of anybody who watches this video. I haven't come across this video. I'm not going to assume one way or another. I don't want you to assume one way or another. But there are a couple things I just want to say. Um, I, okay, one thing, all of the rhetoric that comes out of the mouth of the person who is now the president, I don't know what to believe in terms of if he actually believes what he's saying or if he's pandering to the people that he believes is the majority in the world. Like, oh, all these people like the color red, so I'm going to say red is the new national color, like that kind of thing. Or if he actually likes the color red. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that he believes some of the things that he actually says. Um, but I don't know that man. I have no idea. Two, I was talking to one of my line sisters, and she was like, I just don't remember a politician just being outright mean like this. And I was like, that's because he's not a politician. You are a man who happened to have been elected twice to the seat of presidency, but you are not a politician. You don't have any prior, experience being a mayor, a governor, a city council member, none of that stuff. Essentially, we have a businessman who is the president. And I don't own a business, but I imagine that when you are a businessman, your job is to make sure your business stays afloat. You're constantly in competition with other people who are in the same market as you. So you're constantly doing whatever it takes, whenever it takes, to make sure that you're always on top. And that means crushing the little people. That may mean, doing some shady dealings on the side. That may mean, lying, cheating, and stealing to make sure that you got what you need. Because essentially it's all about you. So I think that's not, I think, I know that that's the approach that he's taken to running this country. We are only what, 3 days into his presidency at this point, and there's been so much stuff that has happened. And my main, not fear, because I'm not fearful at all. Surprisingly, I'm not fearful, but we have over 1,400 more days to go. All this has already happened in 3 days. That's a lot of time left to see where this is going to lead and to see what's going to happen. One of my best friends, he texted me and he was like, it feels like he's trying to get us back to 1955. And if you are a younger person, you may not know necessarily what that reference means. But basically trying to take us back to Jim Crow era and civil rights era, where basically everything was separate but equal and all that stuff and blah blah blah. I don't know if it's gonna get that dramatic, but it definitely it's very apparent that he is targeting anybody who is not a cisgendered, able-bodied white man. Because everything that he has declared or he's signed, executive orders, all that stuff, it impacts women, it impacts people of color, it impacts people who are disabled, it impacts a large group of people. Again, unless you're a cisgendered white man who has no disabilities, you're straight. And it's funny because somebody posted on TikTok, I believe, I think it was a tweet from Caitlyn Jenner, and it was a tweet that said, "Oh, Mr. President, you're doing such a great job. I really appreciate all the things that you've done," or something like that. And somebody responded, they were like, he's trying to turn you back into Bruce, right? And it was very indicative that, and if you don't know who Caitlyn Jenner is, aka Bruce Jenner, definitely, just Google that real quick. But I think that having writing that tweet is very telling because people who voted for this man assume that they are exempt. They assume that because he has my vote, that means that even though he's creating all of this legislation and signing all these executive orders that go against women, that go against whatever, I'm exempt because he's going to know that me, Becky Sue Johnson or whatever, in Little Rock, Arkansas, he's going to know, oh, Becky voted for me. So let me make sure when I pass this law that women can't do X, Y, and Z, let me make sure she's exempt. That's not how that works. Every law that he's putting in place is for every person who lives in this country, no matter what you look like and no matter who you cast your vote for. And, the running commentary is, oh man, these people are going to F around and find out. All these people that vote for him, they're going to get theirs, they're going to understand, da, da, da. And my friend was saying that too, my other friend. And I was like, on one hand, I think some of the people who voted for him are gonna wisen up and be like, "Oh my gosh, I made a big mistake." Buyer's remorse, as she calls it. They're gonna just be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I should have never voted for him." Some people may actually have that thought. Everybody else, though, I believe, all the other people who voted for him, I think a large majority, huge chunk, are gonna stand 10 toes down. The people who have voted for him, stand by him, did the insurrection for him in his name and his honor, whatever. They are standing 10 toes down on this man and whatever he is spitting to them that they either aspire to or that they already themselves believe. I'm not scared only because I know that I don't have control over what happens. This week, he did everything, with federal government workers. I myself am a federal government worker. I haven't been directly impacted as of yet, but I know that the whole DEI thing, that was impacted by some people that I know at my job. A large chunk of people were let go. And then the very mention of anything DEI was erased from our website, as if that department, as if DEI had never existed in the first place. And it's really just kind of callous to do it like that, to do it right away, to do it period. Like, being honest, that's really what it is. Because what it looks like from the outside, if I'm a child, right? Let's say I'm in high school and I'm just learning about DEI, I'm just learning about the Civil Rights Movement, I'm just learning about the Civil Rights Act, I'm just learning about this stuff, and I see what's happening. In my head, I'm going to think, okay, wait a minute. So, a long time ago, as Black people, we were not given a place at the table. So, therefore, Civil Rights Act happened, all this other stuff happened. People died, fought, voted to make sure that we have equal opportunity to apply for certain jobs, to apply for certain universities, to make sure we get our foot in the door. Not so that we can beat out the white people who are trying to do it, but basically so we can just be on this level playing field. We actually have the opportunity to be with these people, not be over them, but just be with them. And now, all these years later, this white man is trying to take that away because he thinks that too many qualified white people have not had the opportunities that they should have had because a person of color or a woman took that position from them. That's going backwards. And it's just really interesting. Like I said, I can't get mad because I'm not as surprised as maybe I should be. I'm also not really into politics like that. So I can't consume stuff like that. I don't like the news. I don't watch the news. I don't read the news. But occasionally I'll see a headline and I'll click on it and be like, oh, okay. But again, I can't control those things. So if I can't control it, I know the old me would have been stressed. Oh my gosh, what does this mean for me? I can't do that. Being stressed and allowing this to just really enter my spirit every single day and make me think about the what ifs and all that stuff, it would drive me crazy. And it would just cause, for me, I know it would cause like a panic attack. It would cause me to just feel physically sick all the time, wondering what is going to happen to me, to my family, to the people that I know. I don't have it in me to worry that much on a regular basis. So all I'm doing is focusing on the fact that as of today, January 23rd, 2025, I'm fully and gainfully employed at a job that I like, despite the fact that my direct manager voted for this person. Only reason I know is because he felt the need to pull me to the side and have a conversation with me, explaining why he voted for him. I did not ask him for this information. You don't owe me any explanations at all. You didn't have to talk to me about this. I would have never known if you hadn't told me. That's another story for probably not another day. I'm not going to talk about it further. But despite that, I actually like the job that I have. My family is safe. My husband is great. We have the things that we need. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, the next 3 or 4 years. I don't know. But I also can't control a lot of things that I think are going to happen. So I'm just going to focus on today. And that's what I encourage you all to do. Whatever situation you're in, if you have been directly impacted by anything that's happened in the past few days, if you're impacted by, even if it's like the fires of LA or the water they didn't have in Richmond, or even if you're impacted by other stuff, take everything. And people say it all the time, take things day at a time. I stopped saying that a while ago after my mother-in-law passed last year. I can't do things a day at a time anymore. I take things a moment at a time. At this current time, right now it's 10:35 p.m. I'm okay. 10:38 p.m. I might be crying, I don't know. But you take things a moment at a time. Allow yourself to feel whatever you need to feel. If things are getting overwhelming for you and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't take it, turn the TV off. Take a break from social media. Just allow yourself to breathe. You have to find that balance between staying informed and being inundated with so many opinions and think pieces and trying to filter out what's real news compared to what's not real news and what's being exaggerated and what's actually factual. That takes a lot. And unless you're in the field of journalism, you don't have to do that. So I would say take a break from TV often, take a break from social media often, take things a moment at a time, continue to keep your friends close to you and your family close to you. The people that make, well, only if these friends and families like you actually like them and love them. I have to kind of put that caveat because everybody don't like the people that they're related to. I know they're feeling well, but the people that you do like and that you do love, keep them close. Continue to talk to them, hang out with them, I want to say act like nothing is wrong, but don't let everything that's happening consume you because it will drive you crazy. Like, honestly, it'll drive you crazy and it's just not worth it. And if you did not vote this time around, make sure you vote in 4 years. And actually, outside of 4 years, make sure you vote in 2 years for your local people as well. Because those elections are just as important, probably more so than a presidential election. But vote, vote, get informed about laws that people are proposing. Just stay as informed as you can. But again, take breaks when you need to, because all of it can be very overwhelming. It can be very disheartening. It can be just disappointing. It can be a lot of things for you. And again, I don't know you guys personally. I don't know who you voted for. You could be happy with everything that's taking place. And if you are, that's on you. That's how you feel. There's nothing I can say about that. That's on you. However you feel is how you feel. But for anybody else who is feeling the not so good feelings, take your time. Take time for yourself. Take your breaks. Do what you need to do to restore calm into your life. If you meditate, meditate. If you don't meditate, maybe look into it. Think about getting some therapy. Do some yoga. Listen to some music. Listening to ratchet music and turning on the light in the bathroom and twerking in the mirror. If that is what brings you joy and happiness, do that. If you want the people where exercising creates endorphins, don't really do it for me. Do whatever makes you happy. Just whatever brings you joy because we are living in a world, we've always lived in uncertain times, I think, but I think it's the double whammy of everything that he is proposing happening so quickly, like so soon. I think that's what's throwing everybody and everything kind of off. It'd be different if these things were staggered throughout the next 4 years. But back to back to back to back like this is putting everybody on edge because you never know what kind of news you're going to wake up to. So I think that's what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys, let you guys know that I'm still alive and kicking, and just to kind of check on you guys. So if you want, feel free to below comment, say whatever you need to say. I'm going to do my best not to block anybody's comment. I want you guys to feel open and honest to say whatever it is you want to say. But I'm here to listen, to help you guys through this in any way that I possibly can. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you soon. Peace.